What's happening?
What's up, my friend?
Oh, brother. It's been pretty interesting, man. You start to kind of see where things are at and the market seasonality and I know we keep coming back to it, man, but really getting back down to are we structured and are we thinking through things in a way that's going to serve us to be able to move our business, move our life forward. And I come back to, and I've been I know you're on a big health kick and back in the gym, dialing in, nutrition, just you're doing all the right things. And I think it's even the same for me. I've been, going out every morning I've got 20 pounds in the sack, getting at least, 3 miles in, walk, but putting that armor on every morning, listening through my meditation stuff, listening to something that's going to serve me moving into the day. And, coach talks about, ignite the prey drive. I liken it to, the power of full engagement. It's all the same, right? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Garrett White has, Garrett's is the core four, which is, faith, fitness, family, and finance. And so what are you doing? Because it takes it every day, right? Coach talks about it, right, man? You got to reignite that damn drive every single day. And I always love our buddy's analogy, right, man? It's that whole force of average, right? Every time you try to level up, man, them crabs are trying to pull you right back down.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think everybody's different. Discipline's not easy. That's why I think it's called discipline. You see people like yourself, who's a great example of a highly disciplined person. And for me, I'm not that disciplined, but what I know works for me, and it's just different, I guess, for everybody. And maybe someone listening here in Honey Badger Nation, by the way, welcome Honey Badger Nation, Taco Tuesdays. And we're here coming live to answer your questions and just help you grow your business personally and professionally. And I have I'm gonna give a little teaser here and a little bit about a new project that we're working on that can help everybody in a deeper way. But I personally need a North Star. Last year, the North Star was running the Ironman and completing that in Puerto Rico. And I can tell you this is 100% fact, that if I didn't have that race, something I was shooting towards, something that goal was there for me, I would have never gotten in the pool for 2 hours a day, rode, did the running, because frankly, I don't like any of those things. But this isn't about, same thing with your business. I don't really know too many people who are they can't wait to get up tomorrow morning and make cold calls for 2 hours. Yeah. It isn't about what you like to do. It's not about what makes you feel comfortable, cozy. It's about what kicks you out of that. Yeah. For this year, I mean, I know that if I want to dial up my results, I have to have a North Star. I'm turning 50 in October. And last year I made the decision, I'm taking my fitness to the next level. And whether that would be with, I've added supplements, diet, but I'm going to just be hitting the gym more consistently. So, and I'm no more than 90 minutes. And usually it's actually about an hour. I'm in that gym, in and out, but it's 6 days a week. It's Monday through Saturday. And if I miss Saturday for whatever reason, I'm in there Sunday and I make it up. Yeah. And so, I have a North Star. That North Star is being the most fit shape I've ever been in my life by the time I turn 50. Yeah. And if I didn't have that goal, I didn't have that clarity of what it looked like, approximately around 165 pounds and, less than, 9% body fat, I know what looks good in the mirror, and that's the goal for me. Yeah. And I know that I'm going to have to do some uncomfortable things with my schedule. I'm going to have to switch things around until I get back into that routine where it just feels normal.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for our business. You know, if you find that you're not getting the results, there's just probably something in your schedule that you need to lasso, get in there, whether it's making those calls, whether it's setting time aside to make, you know, social media posts that are going to attract clients to you. I know that, you know, you can do that through stories, you can do it through posts. And you just have to make the time and then do it and get into the habit. And the first 30 days is going to, you know, be hard. But then you'll start to develop the habit. And I think once the habits, I mean, you can speak to this better than anybody, John. I mean, once you develop that habit, I think you need less of the discipline because it becomes a habit, right? Like it's just something you do. You don't even think about it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You're so spot on there, but having that North Star. And I think too, that you need to know what that North Star and why that is the North Star. Why is that important for you? And you know, there's maybe an overarching North Star for everybody. And let's go back to what we're all in pursuit of, and we're all in pursuit of freedom. And everybody's definition of freedom is different. So it takes some mental, you know, thinking through of what is my North Star? What am I working towards and why? Why am I doing this? What is my freedom? But also to like what you said, you have a North Star in your fitness, in your health, right? Well, what is the North Star for your relationships? What is the North Star for your business? And just keep it those three things: health, wealth, and relationships. And so what are those North Stars in those things? But everything has to be moving you to your freedom. And then now what we like to talk about is, how am I using my business, which is your airplane, to be able to, what type of airplane do I need to get me from where I'm at to where I want to go in pursuit of my freedom? And then the thing is like, okay, well, I'm the pilot. Everybody's the pilot of their own airplane. And so the question you have to ask yourself is, what type of pilot do I have to become in order to fly this particular plane to get from where I'm at to where I'm wanting to go? And so it all works together, but it's having that North Star. But then the next thing is being able to have a set of mental models of how to think through things the right way. And when you have the North Star, it creates a filter system. And it's like, okay, remind me, Al, what is the goal? Okay. Hey, it's the eyeball test in the mirror. It's a set weight. Maybe there's some metrics in my blood work, right? Maybe there's a strength assessment, right? With my core movements of squat, bench, shoulder press, right? Pull-ups, right? There's metrics, there's measurables that we can put in place. And guys, you know, I don't want you to be like, what the hell are these two wackos talking about fitness and talking about this? We're giving you guys framework and principles to be able to think through things, because it applies into any area of our life. And when you have that North Star, now you have a filtering system, and you get to ask yourself a question.
Yeah.
So, hey, Al, that decision, is it going to move you closer to that North Star in your health, or is it going to move you further away?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, in pure transparency, you know, we were talking before we went live here, is that, you know, I'm still making poor decisions, you know, when it comes to diet. I was telling you that I have my gym dialed in. I have my my exercise and weight training, and I got that dialed in. The one thing that I can add to it that I need to add a little more is the cardio piece, which, you know, it's just a matter of, again, adding that to the routine, which I enjoy the Peloton bike. Not so much. In fact, I told you I sold my road bike. I enjoy the Peloton bike. And I know this sounds sadistic, but I enjoy the stepper. I like getting the stepper. Courtney hates the stepper. I like it. So it's just a matter of me incorporating, but I want to give two examples on how this applies to success with two people. One that's watching right now, Lindsay Buzinger, and the other one that is Nick DeVito. And it applies to what we're talking about right now. And it was, you know, Lindsay started joining John Harp's morning huddle every morning. They do a morning huddle, and they don't miss. They literally Monday through Friday, they don't miss. And this group supports each other, pours into each other. They trade referrals. They became this like tight knit family of accountability that there's zero judgment in this group. I've attended about a handful of John's huddles, and Lindsay was on there every single time. And I didn't know because I don't go on there all the time. It's on
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Thank you. And, Clubhouse was one of those things that kind of came and went, but they stuck to it because it is a really cool, I like the platform a lot. And they just stuck to the same thing, and it's turned into value for everyone that stays consistent to it, because they come with the right mindset of giving. And Lindsay told me that she's gotten so many deals from that group. It's literally made her tens of thousands of dollars just by getting up a little early, getting her cup of coffee, and getting into that group, and adding value to it. That's it.
That's it.
And
but it's a discipline.
Yeah.
To a set schedule, a discipline to a time that you're making a commitment, because you know that commitment in that time is going to serve you in what you're trying to get to, that North Star, like you're talking about.
Right. The other is Nick, and Nick started an ROI group, and he organized it. And if you guys want more information on Nick's group, it's actually another group of guys that started ROI. It is a networking group that you put together. The real estate agent, there's only one real estate agent in the group. Typically, you put it together, and then you put together the rest of the other industries, such as like estate. There's a divorce attorney in there. There's a CPA in there. There's a financial advisor in there. There's, he's really put a great group together. And Nick, don't hold me to this number, but he just started his, I think in January or February, he's made over $60,000, $70,000 in commissions. He's going to double that before the end of the year. It cost him nothing but time and commitment. And that's 1 day a week, 1 hour. And there's, I just never got into the whole, I know a lot of, some people have seen success in those BMI groups or BNI groups or whatever. I never really enjoyed them much, because when I went there, it was all everyone looking to take and
not
get,
not going. You would go to relationships to give.
Yes.
That ain't a relationship. That's a take.
But that's my point. And my point in the ROI, when I visited Nick's group, again, quality over quantity. Not a very big group. I think there was like 12 people, maybe 14 tops, at a Panera Bread. Cost them nothing but a commitment. And you're either committed or you're not.
That's right.
And we talk about, we want to work with committed individuals, and you put a group of committed individuals together, like we saw with John Harp's group, where Lindsay's in there, committed every morning. When we talked about this with like even team huddles. Okay. You start to figure out on your team, if you're a team leader, if you're not doing, I would, if you're having trouble figuring out who the committed people are.
Yeah.
And you're not having that connection, implement a 15-minute huddle. I know you guys did yours at 9:11 every morning. Mm-hmm. We did ours at 8:15 for over 10 years, Monday through Friday, never missed a day except a holiday. And I felt it was the best thing we could have done to connect the team. And this is the key one: find out who's committed and who ain't.
That's right.
And really, you start to.
It's a system. They
don't want to pour. You want to pour into your committed people, i.e., the ones that are showing up.
Well, the ones that are
swimming are committed. You don't got to pour into them.
No, the ones that are swimming to the boat, right? They're the ones that run from that type of accountability. They're not committed, and that's really what you're looking for to be able to find that. And that for us was the the whole thing around. Doing when you do the huddles, it's meant to, like you said, find those that are committed, but it's also an opportunity to reconnect every 24 hours. and reset, because we all need that, right? It's just like I was telling about this morning, right? That's the time to kind of sharpen the day, right? I'm ready, sharpen myself. I'm ready to attack the day. And whatever comes my way, I've done the work to protect my, emotions, protect myself mentally. You're doing the work physically, and then, staying true to who you are at your core, spiritually. But it takes daily. It's daily work, daily discipline in what you're getting to. But, I'm glad you brought that up with Lindsay, and Carolyn's asking, connect with Lindsay, connect with John Harp, and get connected if you want to get into that group. I'll tell you a couple things that I'm excited about. Speaking of John, we do a inside of our Coach Code Facebook group. So if you guys are listening in, you want to get some more free live coaching every Tuesday. So in about 2 hours. So at Tuesdays actually in an hour. Tuesdays at 12:30. Tuesdays at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. We go live. John Harp and I go live in the Coach Code Facebook group. And we talk about, his fast start process. We talk about, the launch. We talk about, what it takes to do daily for success. We talk about value articulation. And today I'm excited. We've got, we've got 5-time icon agent Pam Martin joining us, talking about how she's hit icon since 2020, 21, 22, now in 23, with virtual listings, meaning
virtual. Oh, dude, I am not missing that one. I love that.
How many homes she's hit icon since 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years icon agent.
Wow.
She's been in 2 houses.
So good.
And she has since, because of EXP. So you guys listening in, because of EXP, and taking advantage of the stock purchase program, as well as purchasing stock on her own, she bought a $1 million beach home south of Myrtle Beach on the beach with her EXPI stock. She lives down there, but her market is Virginia. Think about that for a second. She is iconing in Virginia, but she lives in South Carolina.
Yeah.
When you want to know how to do that?
Yes, please. Incredible. To answer your question, Caroline, it's the Central Ohio Real Estate Club.
Yep.
That's the name of it.
The other thing too, Al, that I want to talk about on the what Big Nick's doing. It's really, we talk about SOI, right? Sphere of influence. Mm-hmm. What that really is that is a structured sphere of influence. Like you're structuring it. And how do you structure it? You structure it around the people that get a bite of the real estate apple. And so think about, we know our top 3, right? That's lender, title, and insurance. We know those 3. Hopefully you have some type of relationship with them. If not, invite them into this group. Then you get down to the dozen plus opportunities that are active during the real estate transaction. Think through everybody that you push to, or that gets in, or that has it during the transaction. Those are your preferred vendors. And then it's everybody else after that. And there's dozens on dozens on dozens that benefit when a house sells or somebody gets into a new home. There's a transaction. Some owners change names. There's over 75 people that I'll have an opportunity to get a bite of that apple. And so this is fun, because if you've noticed what Leanne's been doing, she started I Got a Guy for That series. Guess how we're doing I Got a Guy for That series? It's all our preferred vendors, right?
Love it.
Like she showcased her cleaning lady, right? Who cleans her house, who cleans all of her clients' houses. Hey, I got a guy for that. You're looking for somebody for some cleaning services? I got a guy for that, right? But now put that into a structured sphere, a ROI group. Now you take it a whole step further, right? Where you guys are coming together, adding value, pouring in. There's obligations, requirements, commitments to be in the group. but it's just other ways to think about growing your business. And I don't know if you were on Hormosi's, it was hard to get into his deal on Saturday, $100 million leads. So I couldn't get in late, and I just, whatever, but I saw one little piece of it, and he's like, there's only really two ways to get leads: yourself and others. So what are you doing to generate leads yourself? And then how are you getting others to help you generate leads for your business? The structured sphere, what Big Nick's doing with the ROI, those people are giving you warm opportunities ready to roll.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Yeah. I mean, I think that when I was early in my career, and early meaning 25 years ago, because I think it was just a couple days ago, I just celebrated 25 years. I think it was, what is it, the 22nd now? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, 25 years ago, I got my real estate license. And, I was hungry. I was, I had all the attributes. I wanted to make money, all those things, but I wasn't even disciplined enough to, I started to attend these things. I didn't see immediate value, so I was out. And that sort of goes back to, like, you're not going to go to the gym for a week and be like, man, I'm not looking ripped here. I think I'm done with this. You got to stay with it. You got to stick with it and trust the process and get around the right people who are going to continue to push you and get you there. And that's the other reason too, is that I knew I wouldn't get there by myself. So we have trainers. Courtney and I both have, trainers. When we're here in Columbus, we have group 2 trainers that we love. And when we're up there, we have trainers up in Cleveland, and we don't do it every day with them, but they, we definitely get a better workout when someone else is pushing me. So anyway, yep. Hats off to you guys, John Hart, Lindsay, Nick. Reach out to them, either in this group or DM them, and they'll be happy to share and plug stuff in for you.
Yeah, so I saw the question there, Pam Martin. But if you want to join us today, Pam's actually jumping in with us in an hour. It's the Coach Code Facebook group. If you're not a member of it, go request access. We'll make sure you get in. Coach Code Facebook group.
Coach
Lindsay's
Code
in there. John Harp and I will be going live with Pam in there in an hour. What's good, everybody? What questions do you have on your mind? Things you guys are wrestling with, things that we could help you with, either helping kind of point out that North Star, anything you might be struggling with, thought process, anything with your traffic, anything with conversion, anything with fulfillment, business, everything.
Yeah. So, a couple of little announcements too, while we're waiting on some questions to come in. We don't have anything set yet, but we are working on a Honey Badger Nation cocktail party in Vegas for EXPCon. If you don't have your tickets and your room set for EXPCon, make sure you get them this week. They're going to start to go quick. And obviously the tickets to the event aren't going to go quick, but the rooms do. And you definitely want to get your room set. We're going to probably pass out a couple drink tickets, have a nice little social hour, get everybody together. I haven't done that in a minute. Our sister, the Queen of Orlando and Puerto Rico, Veronica Figueroa, reached out and suggested, hey guys, we haven't done a honey badger, just a fun honey badger thing. We've been doing the trainings. We did trainings with Coach Burt. We've done those types of things at these events, but she's right. So we said, yeah, let's do it. So just be on the lookout for that. We will make those announcements in Honey Badger Nation once we have a room set and we have a plan set. Right now, we're working through those details. But get your tickets. So Jay and Braden and I are working on a new project where if there's anybody out there in the Honey Badger Nation who's struggling, and obviously we hope that you're plugging into all the things, honeybadgernation.com, all of the free training, the coaching, the live Q&As, all of these things, Wally's Thursday calls, Braden's Funnel Friday calls to help you with your lead generation. But some people, we've been listening, and a lot of, there's people out there that need a little bit of a deeper level of help. We are working on a new project. Honey Badger Partners. And I'm super excited about it. It was an idea that we talked about probably about just over a year ago. It got put on the shelf. Meanwhile, we started working on our webinar and our product funnel pilot to bring new agents into our group that needed help. And that's been a success. In fact, it's been a major success. So much so that it's cutting into Jay's golf tee times, so to speak. And his calendar
taking away from his focus on the golf course as he's on call the whole time.
Yeah. That overtime is coming here. So, or the overflow is coming into my calendar now, which I'm excited about too. But this Honey Badger Partners, I've been a believer in. This is something we should do. Not going to let the cat out of the bag too much yet, but I believe that we're going to have an opportunity to go deeper with us that we have not had before. And I'm super excited and stoked about it. So when more details arrive, we will announce it here first. And of course, feel free to send us a DM if you are one of those people that are struggling. I mean, we talk to agents every day of every week who they're like, man, we did 15, 16 deals, been in the business a couple years, came out of the gates hot, and now we had like 2 for the year. You know, we hear these stories, people just struggling out there. Or they did 20 and now they're struggling to get 10 this year. So that's what we're focused on, helping solve that problem for people who really need to ramp that production up and they're struggling. So just be on the lookout for that. And another announcement's Rock and Rescue. It's 23 or 24 days away, September 14th in the land. And we have, as of today, over 300.
It's amazing.
What was the number? We're at over 350 tickets or something crazy. 386 as of this morning. 386 tickets sold. And you know what ends up happening, John? We got 3 weeks to go. So in the next 2 weeks, that number is going to keep climbing. And typically what happens, so if we're tracking like we're doing right now, we're probably going to be over 500 tickets. And the last week prior to it, it usually, whatever we're at, doubles in the amount of tickets. And I've never sold out, which would be 1,000 tickets because the venue holds 1,000. I mean, I'd love to pack more than that. I mean, let's do it. But I'm bringing the Honey Badger boat in from Sandusky to Cleveland for 2 weeks. We're going to do the air show and this and that. So if you're in Cleveland, we're gonna probably plan a little cruise. If you do come into town, make sure you hit me up. Night before the concert is typically when we've done that. So would love to connect with you and have some cocktails with you on the Honey Badger boat. And it's gonna be a great weekend. So keep that in mind. September 14th. You definitely want to get in on the 13th. And the rooms that you're going to want to try to book is at the A-Loft or a loft, however you pronounce it, in the East Bank of the Flats. So
amazing spot.
All I got, brother.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, appreciate you guys jumping in. You know, man, mark this time on your calendar. I know Jay was bummed he wasn't able to join us today. And so, you know, usually the three of us coming live to you guys every Tuesday. And, you know, we're here to help you guys. That's the whole intent of our time that we're jumping in here and, just looking to pour into you guys, add value, help you guys answer any questions, things that you're stuck with, direction, point you where you're at. You know, we all get stuck. We all find constraints, and sometimes we need an idea. We need a framework. We need some accountability. We need some help to get us unstuck so we can keep moving closer to our goals. And obviously, you know, as we continue to accomplish our goals, those compound and get us closer to that North Star, which we're all in pursuit of.
Yes, sir.
Brother, appreciate you. I know be chatting soon. And like I said, you guys have any other thoughts, ideas, hit us up. But remember, everything Honey Badger related, honeybadgernation.com. I'll go to, everything there. So go there first. And if you have any other questions, feel free to hit us up. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. See you, brother.
Appreciate you.